Okay, guys, non-revenue producing roles, right? It could be accounting, it could be customer service representatives. What are the metrics that we're going to use? It could be financial statement deadlines. It could be receivables paid. It could be payables paid. It could be, in some cases, client satisfaction. It could be whatever the case may be. You can move these variables around for whatever it is. But what's really important is that these people, a lot of my best employees and best team members have been in non-revenue producing roles. Okay, so it's very important, but guess what? They've also have the opportunity to contribute more. See, what I like to do is I like to look, whenever we have something new come up, I like to look at the team and say, who do I have on the team right now that can do more, right? I always want to make people's lives easier, make their jobs better, make them easier, more efficient, so then I can get them to do more. That's ultimately contributes to their growth, and it contributes to their financial gain as well as the company's. Listen, guys, I promised you a free gift. If you're looking for a cookie cutter way to get it done, you need the help with yourself or your team. I create a full PDF download worksheet, revenue producer, non-revenue producer, leadership roles, comp plans, you name it. Just comment the word comp and my team will get it right over to you. So it's really important. You can look at these different metrics, but a lot of you may go in here, you're like, well, hey, I want my my CFO or my controller, whatever the case may be, office manager to generate a financial statement by XYZ date on a certain time of the month. It's always a good idea to take a piece of that compensation and tie it to it. There has to be deadlines for everybody, and there has to be metrics in place so everybody knows that they're watching. And here's the other thing. Even at the time of doing this, as I'm doing this video and I'm coaching people and I'm working with people, I'm thinking about to myself, how can I do a better job? And I'm looking at where's their opportunity. It's not about is somebody doing right or wrong. We're always looking for opportunity on how we can do better. If your brain doesn't think how we can do better, then if you're in a leadership role or you're an entrepreneur, if you're just giving it the rubber stamp like, oh, no, this is good. No, we have to always be on the hunt and figure out how can we do better, right? Whatever the case may be. Unless you give something, hey, boom, this is optimized. But chances are it wouldn't be if you're watching this video. If it is, you know that you have some more capability in your company. You're looking at your team. Maybe you're happy with them. Maybe you're unhappy with them. Maybe you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy with what you've been given and you want to give more. But I want to go ahead and I want to really give you that affirmational nudge. If you know that you're not doing it or a team member isn't, you have to go through and do your part to make sure that you're not the problem. And that's what the goal is here today, is to give you the framework that's actionable, that allows you to get the things done. Keep in mind, this is 3 decades of what I've used in my playbook. I've had hundreds and hundreds of comp plan changes. And it's not only about changing the comps, it's about matching it to the financial statement, to your P&L, but it's also about how do I do it in a way that's not going to blow my business up, or, because sometimes, keep in mind, you don't have a choice sometimes. If you're not happy with the results of your company and where you're at, it's not like these are option choices. You're either making a choice to stay the same in your business, you ultimately made a choice to decline because everything's setting in on you all the time. Business is like it's a live, organic mechanism. If it doesn't get taken care of, if it doesn't get fed and watered and nurtured and taken care of, it erodes. Supporting roles, right? So we got the rainmakers, right? We have the commission people, we have the non-producing roles, but what about the vital key people that support those roles? How do we get them? And I'm a firm believer of this. Let's get all the small things done so when the big things happen, they're not as big. Every time I've had any massive turbulence or any issues like that, it's always been the people in the supporting roles that have held it together. They're the ones that gave me the ability to keep my sanity at a time when there was total turmoil everywhere else. So it's really important. This could be customer service. They could be the people managing your repeat referral, your retention. That's one of the big things. I think a lot of times people go in, we're always looking for new opportunities in business. We're looking for these new things. But if you get the comp right, just imagine this, all the business that you did for last year, that you have people on an administrative side, whatever, and you can incorporate, keep in mind, some of these metrics, you can incorporate them back and forth. These are just ideas. I'm throwing ideas at you. There's so many more. Let's go ahead. Let's look at some of the different things for supporting roles, right? So you got your sales guys, you got your leaders, you got your managers, they sell something. What about renewal? Some of that stuff, if they're getting the support along the way, people automatically renew. So the thing is, there's different metrics that you can use. Look at, like I said, repeat referral, retention, renewal, customer service, anything else that can possibly play a role in what's going on, you want to consider, right? Because a lot of times what you can do is, well, however the sales representative or the manager or the leader is being compensated, those metrics just mirror. Maybe the activities are a little bit different, but if we can get the metrics a little bit different, right, they should mirror, right? If we can get them in there and have them focused on just a little bit different things, they should all ultimately feed the profit and loss statement. They should feed the financial health of the organization. And you want them to be in alignment. Remember, we're looking for a synergistic effect. We talked about earlier about the 3 people on the boat. If we can get 10 team members all rowing the boat in the same direction, what we can do as a company is unstoppable. The other big thing is we're living in an era where today there could be massive disruption. We have to learn and we have to pivot. Everybody hears these fancy buzzwords. They're like pivot, pivot, pivot. Well, can you pivot in your organization right now? If you were to strip it down right now today and you had to do something completely different, how fast can, the number one metric that I would be looking at is how fast does my team learn, grow, and develop together? That is the most scariest thing when you look at it, but that's really the sign. That's what I hold myself accountable to as a leader. If I'm winning, the answer to that's they do very well. If I'm losing, if I'm doing a bad job, then they're not doing that very well. So I really want you to think about that. By having this compensation structure right, the activities that drive outcome, the good habits, the good disciplines, the good collaboration, the good teamwork, the good leadership, everything's already baked in. So now a new initiative comes up, new product launch, market change, little turbulence, boom, the team's ready. Let's bring this all together. What you're gonna need to do is 3 basic things. 1, what role are you looking to create a compensation plan for? 2, what are the metrics that role needs? What are the metrics? And then once you have them and you can clearly communicate them, then boom, who are you gonna put in that role and or who do you need to talk to? Who do you need to coach? And before you talk to them, if it's somebody that's already in an existing role, let's make sure that we do a financial model with them. So we meet with the person, communicate with them what it is we're looking to achieve and how it's gonna benefit them, and then go to work for them. So listen, guys, if you found value in the video today, please like, subscribe, or share. Either which way, I appreciate you taking your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.